This is Lauren Broom, your instructor with Space Coast Pool School. And today I'm going to show you how to calculate dosage, or how much chemical to add to a pool when you're provided a product label. So let's go ahead and read our problem. You have a 75,000 gallon pool. You have an algae problem in the pool, so you want to treat it with an algicide to the water that has a label that states the following. For an initial application, or when the pool water is changed, use 54 fluid ounces per 50,000 gallons of water. So what we want to do first is we're going to use our chemical adjustment worksheet and we're going to be filling that in, starting with box number 1, which comes from the product label, the amount of chemical. So amount of chemical is 54 fluid ounces. Let's go ahead and put our unit over here that is in box number 1. It always goes over here, fluid ounces. Now we got to fill in box number 2, which is our volume in the problem, which is 75,000 gallons. Then we're going to divide that by, from the product label, it says 50,000 gallons. Now we're going to take these two numbers and divide them. And so the answer that we will get there, if you go ahead and take your 75,000 divided by your 50,000, you get 1.5 right here. There's no part per million in this problem. So there's no box 3 and there's no part per million in the product label either. So there's nothing filled out there, which means there's nothing filled out here. So now we just take the 54 times the 1.5 and put our answer here. So if you take 54 times the 1.5, you get 81. And so you get 81 fluid ounces. We rewrote the unit there. So 81 fluid ounces divided by, we have our conversion factor right here, fluid ounces to gallons. We're going to take the 81 fluid ounces and divide by 128, and that's going to give us 0.63 gallons of this algicide. All right, let's go ahead and do a second example of doing a chemical adjustment dosage, or how much chemical to add to the pool with a product label. So let's go ahead and read our problem. You have a 90,000 gallon pool. Your pool water is cloudy and you test a free chlorine level below 1 part per million, which we'll assume is a 0. You decide to treat the pool with 12 ppm of additional chlorine using sodium hypochlorite. The label states, so there's a label right there. The label states that 35 fluid ounces will raise the chlorine level 12 ppm in 10,000 gallons. How much sodium hypochlorite should be added? So again, we have to fill in our chemical adjustment worksheet below and start with box 1. Box 1 always comes from the product label when we have one, and that amount is going to be the 35 fluid ounces. Is going to go right here. Box number 2 is our volume, which they gave us as 90,000. You're going to divide that by 10,000. You can keep that there because it comes from the product label. 10,000. 90,000 divided by 10,000 will give you 9 right here. Now we do have a ppm change, so we do want to fill in box 3 from the problem. We're at, we said below a 1, which we assume is a 0, and we want to decide to treat it with 12 ppm of additional chlorine. What is 12 minus 0? That's 12. That's our change. Now we're going to divide that by box 4, which is come from the product label. What's the ppm change in the product label? 12. What's 12 divided by 12? 1. Now if you take everything across the bottom and multiply it, putting the answer here, bringing that fluid ounces over with you, you should get 315 fluid ounces. Now we want to take the 315 fluid ounces Divide that by 128, and that'll give us how many gallons? 2.5 gallons of sodium hypochlorite will treat this pool.